The Dark Triad refers to a collection of 3 personality traits that are often seen as socially aversive and linked to negative outcomes in both personal and professional environments. These traits, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, are distinct but related, each contributing to a person's likelihood to engage in manipulative, self-serving, and exploitative behaviors. Together, they form a powerful trio of dark personality traits that shed light on some of the most disturbing elements of human behavior. But what exactly do these traits entail? Why are they important to understand, and how do they manifest in our lives? In this video, we'll delve into the intricate characteristics of the Dark Triad, examining how each personality trait plays a role in shaping an individual's interactions and decisions. We'll also look at how these traits interact and overlap, making them particularly dangerous when combined. Part 1: Narcissism, the Self-Love Paradox. Narcissism, named after the Greek myth of Narcissus, refers to an excessive preoccupation with oneself. People high in narcissistic traits tend to have an inflated sense of their own importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. It is a personality trait that falls on a spectrum, ranging from healthy self-esteem to pathological narcissism, which can have devastating consequences for both the individual and those around them. At the heart of narcissism is the need for admiration. Narcissists often seek validation and approval from others, but their self-esteem is fragile and dependent on external sources. In relationships, they can be charming and charismatic, but this is often just a facade to mask their deep insecurity. They are quick to manipulate others to achieve their desires and feel entitled to special treatment. In the workplace or leadership roles, narcissists may appear as confident, ambitious, and assertive, but their decision-making often revolves around their personal gain rather than the collective good. Their grandiosity leads them to overestimate their abilities and dismiss the contributions of others, creating toxic work environments where teamwork suffers, and morale is low. Part 2: Machiavellianism, the Art of Manipulation. Machiavellianism is rooted in the works of Niccolò Machiavelli, particularly his famous treatise The Prince, which advocates for manipulation and deceit as essential tools for political power. In the realm of psychology, Machiavellianism refers to a personality trait marked by cunning, strategic thinking, and a willingness to exploit others for personal gain. At its core, Machiavellianism is about manipulation. Individuals high in this trait are often strategic, calculating, and devious. They view social interactions as a game where the goal is to achieve personal success, often at the expense of others. They may appear charming and charismatic but are primarily interested in how others can serve their needs. In personal relationships, Machiavellians are skilled at manipulation, using charm, guilt, and psychological tactics to control others. Their lack of emotional connection makes them particularly adept at exploiting people for their own benefit. In politics and business, this trait is often seen in leaders who engage in ruthless decision-making, using deception and manipulation to maintain control. Part 3: Psychopathy, the Absence of Empathy. Psychopathy is perhaps the darkest of the Dark Triad traits. Psychopaths are often characterized by a profound lack of empathy, guilt, or remorse. Unlike narcissists and Machiavellians, who may still engage with others for personal gain, psychopaths are indifferent to the suffering of others and may cause harm for sheer enjoyment or as a means to an end. Psychopaths are often impulsive, engaging in reckless behaviors without concern for the consequences. They may also be highly manipulative, using charm and charisma to deceive others. However, what sets psychopaths apart from Machiavellians is their cold, emotionless nature. While Machiavellians are calculating, psychopaths are driven by a lack of conscience and an absence of empathy. In relationships, psychopaths can be charming and persuasive but are often incapable of genuine emotional attachment. They view others as objects to be used and discarded. In criminal settings, psychopaths are often involved in violent or exploitative behavior, as they are indifferent to the harm they cause. Part 4: Interactions and Overlap between the traits. While each of the Dark Triad traits, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, can manifest independently. They often overlap in powerful ways. Narcissists may exhibit Machiavellian traits when they manipulate others to maintain their inflated sense of self. Similarly, psychopaths may use narcissistic traits to create a sense of dominance or entitlement. When these traits intersect in an individual, they can create a highly dangerous person who is not only self-centered and manipulative but also cold-hearted and willing to cause harm without remorse. In business and politics, individuals exhibiting the Dark Triad in combination can be particularly ruthless, willing to go to any lengths to achieve success. Part 5. How to deal with the Dark Triad traits. Recognizing the Dark Triad traits in others can be challenging, but it is essential for self-preservation and emotional health. People high in narcissism, Machiavellianism, or psychopathy may seem charismatic and charming at first, but over time, their toxic behaviors will become apparent. One of the most important strategies for dealing with these individuals is boundary setting. Dark Triad personalities are adept at testing and manipulating boundaries, so it's crucial to be clear about your limits and enforce them consistently. Emotional intelligence also plays a key role in managing interactions with these individuals. By understanding their manipulative tactics and controlling behaviors, you can protect yourself from being exploited. In more severe cases, it may be necessary to distance yourself completely from individuals exhibiting strong Dark Triad traits, particularly if they pose a risk to your well-being. The Dark Triad, Narcissism, Machiavellianism, and Psychopathy, represent some of the most destructive aspects of human behavior. Understanding these traits is crucial for navigating relationships, workplaces, and social dynamics. While these traits may not always manifest in overtly harmful ways, when combined, they can lead to significant psychological and emotional harm. By recognizing the signs and understanding the underlying motivations of individuals with Dark Triad traits, we can better protect ourselves and foster healthier relationships. Knowledge is power, and by understanding these traits, we can reduce their impact on our lives.